Hello everyone, this is yours truly, Smash, and welcome back to the channel. So, we're going to be reacting to part 2 of Microsoft Sam Plays Minecraft Season 8, Episode 4. So yeah, just give me 1 second. Anyway, sorry about that. Anywho, we are going to be, like I said in the beginning, we're going to be reacting to part 2 of Microsoft Sam Plays Minecraft Season 8, Episode 4. So yeah, anyways, without further ado, let's get this reaction started!
Okay, so this is the main part of the castle we'll be touring, correct?
Yes. I can imagine this is also the newer guy's first time here, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah?
Indeed it is. Without this being the core of the castle, it would mean nothing with all those other parts scattered around and so forth.
Oh yeah, it
Yes,
lasts for
I
about
can absolutely
hour and 30
back that up.
minutes.
You would need the core of every place to keep it running. Speaking of which, shall we carry on with it now?
With pleasure. Now then, for starters,
Ooh.
here we have the kitchen and the dining room. Any
Ooh,
foods here are made by the
nice.
chefs in the castle for picks, some of the guards, and even the guests.
Ooh.
Does that apply to cheeseburgers? If so, I can't wait until we have some.
Wow.
No. Just no. But another thing? The dining room looks awfully small. Are you sure you can fit so many people in this one?
That used to be a big problem, since our royal guard expanded to certain degrees, but it shouldn't
Ooh.
be anymore. You'll see why once we go further upstairs. Zevlar, if you may.
Right, now here we have as of right now.
Alright.
The coal mining room. A basic room where some of the coal gets mined and used as fuel for the kitchen,
Ooh,
as well as
interesting.
something else that we'll show later on. Not only that, you can make torches and soul torches out of that. Oh, and did I mention one side now has deep slate instead of stone?
Nice.
For ideal mining, it's recommended that you bring an enchanted pickaxe with you for the deep slate side.
I wish my gold gear would do something like that, but thankfully I got spare netherite from some of our adventures across the nether. So mining it should be no problem for me anymore.
Nor for me in this
Nice.
scenario. I had golden gear just to mock how useless it really is, unless someone makes it more durable and gives it an actual purpose or something other than it just being piglin pacifiers.
Funny you ought to mention, I've always got either iron or diamonds at my disposal.
Ooh,
I always roll with diamonds because netherite is pretty hard to find in my honest opinion.
yeah.
But yeah, I can agree with Tom. I wish gold was more useful and much sturdier.
I'm sure one day that will come at some point. Some possibilities are good for it, though it does make sense for it to be weak now. But anyways, now we've got the room next to it, which is called the
Okay.
iron mining room. It's gotten not
Oh!
only the one-side deep slate treatment, but also an improvement where you can yield raw iron once you mine a certain ore. Fortune
Interesting.
picks can help you yield extras, that is, unless you have silk touch on one of them.
Funny you should mention Silk Touch, my golden one adds that.
Oh wow, cool. Imagine if you had a
Nice.
fortune pick, that way you'd have all the iron in the world. So now, we're done with the mining rooms for now. Now
Ooh,
we would like to show you a few doors.
alright. Let's see.
Here we have Samurai's bedroom, which is to the left, close to the Emerald Wing. Though he's busy giving some of the others a tour outside the castle.
Anti-demon warrior.
We also have Johnny's bedroom mirroring this, but he's currently experimenting something at the moment, so let's not bother him.
Okay.
Now we go upstairs to the second floor. Right as you turn around upstairs, you see a door to your right that leads to one of the watchtowers. We called them
Ooh.
observation balconies before, since it was more accurate to a typical balcony. Looking at
Ah,
this, you will see the wonderful sight of the courtyard.
Wonderful sight indeed.
yeah.
I can imagine the hearts and souls put into this charm of one by Pix and Junie.
Yeah.
Pix and I always like to go out there at night whenever we need to gaze at a few stars and so forth.
Ooh.
But anyway, before we get distracted by its beautiful sight, let's continue on.
Yeah.
Oh, well. Now I'm going to show you all the thing we call the storage room. This
Ooh.
one stores goods of all kinds. But there's a twist to all that.
And what's that?
As you
Alright.
would notice, the ceiling here appears to be low. But
Huh.
that's because we have a second layer for it. That means double the storage footprint.
Damn, look at all those chests. Yeah. Yeah, I know it's a storage room, but still, look at all them chests.
Junie and the scars.
I have one slight nitpick, if I may.
Go for it.
Shouldn't there be a storage room for guests as well, in case anything goes wrong that requires their attention specifically?
Oh shit, we never actually thought about that.
Uh-oh.
Good suggestion, Mark. And I also
Yeah.
see that Kix kept some of the stuff obtained when we were doing some TLC for Camp Groovy when I was the counselor there. Touching memories.
Oh, yeah.
Surely you and Pix made a sweet couple then, and you still
Yeah.
do now. If you had a child in the future, you
I don't think that's gonna happen. But yeah, I had a good imagination for it one time.
both would make great parents. But I believe we're going on too much of a tangent here. Let's go over to the bedrooms, the ones which are geared towards some guests and guards.
Oh
The
god.
guest bedroom, that's where some of you guys can sleep over if need be.
I have a question about that. How
Alright.
would you implement proximity measures in these bedrooms
I
if and
dunno.
when someone contracts a known disease?
If someone's sick,
Alright.
we either take them over to the medical clinic east of us in town or we give them some utilities to keep themselves in quarantine.
Oh yeah.
And we've also been thinking of a new way to have some of us guards innovate in something that's more sufficient in terms of bedrooms.
Ooh.
The same would go for the guard
Interesting.
bedrooms, which are next to this bedroom, right near the front watchtowers. Have a brief
Look
look
at
here.
that.
Is it just me or does
Huh.
this room reek of cheeseburgers?
Well,
Oh,
it
brother.
doesn't. Once the last guard in this room wakes up, I order them to clean the room so that way it does not.
Does this castle not have a maid or something?
Yeah, that's what I myself was wondering.
Yes, but I tend to be a little stringent with the rest of the guards, saying that she can't clean up after them all the time. Cleaning up after yourself is important sometimes, especially in larger messes,
Yeah.
but I believe I should be getting to the point now. Here we have the redstone
Ooh.
mining room, great for
Interesting.
making a few contraptions and experiments and all that fancy stuff. I believe the engineers have used some of this for some stuff, I don't remember what though.
I think there are some contraptions made using redstone, though I'm more of a music guy myself.
Interesting. I'm a music person myself, so
passageways, contraptions, gadgets, ingredients, etc.
well, not fully a music person. Yeah, I tend to listen to tons of music.
Yeah, but I possess very little redstone was used on this castle, though I'm not nitpicking it or anything, I'm just estimating it.
That's all fair. And I assume there's a lapis mining room after that as well?
Why yes, there is. Let me show you that real quick. This right here is an important mining room.
Ooh.
Some of us thought for sure that it was only a coloring tool, but we forgot that it was also a tool used for enchanting stuff at an enchanting table, as well as a tool used for blocks. Someone had to correct us on that not long after I first showed the first rendition of this castle to Sam and Natural Sam.
Ah, yes. Lapis. One of my favorite minerals. I
Ooh.
used the blue dye I made from it to make an armored latex suit, and used the lapis left over to enchant it.
Ooh.
Now, it does 33% protection against foreign forms of magic.
Oh
Nice.
sweet, I could imagine making use of one of those for a magic battle. Though I
Yeah.
do believe the time has come for you, Junie, to take the helm for showing the rest of us some rooms.
Okay, I will. Even
Ooh.
though I haven't even gotten the chance to explore all of the castle yet myself,
Huh.
but I'll show what I know of it. These examples include the third floor and the basement. Now we are on the third floor, and I'm going to
Yeah.
show you what we have.
Oh
First one
boy.
is the gold mining room. Like what
Oh,
you get with iron,
gold!
you
Get
do the
my
same for
gold!
gold once you mine it with a pickaxe. Unless of course you have a silk touch stick. But above all, if you mine it, you get a lot of raw gold.
Yeah.
Gold, get more gold. Gold is better
Yep.
for castle. Gold
Speak
is
of the
immense power.
devil.
Fuck taking fucking biscuits. Use gold for everything. Gold, 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 gold.
Gold? What are you doing here?
Oh,
Yeah.
nothing. Got enamored by the gold, 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 or room for the gold, gold, gold we shall have. Gold, gold, gold.
You know this guy?
Yeah, but he tends to be somewhat very hyper about gold.
Yeah.
Like, all the time.
Because I like gold. Gold is the best. Fuck taking
Yep.
and fucking biscuits. Gold is very
Yeah.
superior to everything. Gold, 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 gold.
Right, but now's not the time, honestly, Gold. We
Yeah.
have a tour we need to
Honestly.
finish.
Ow, I just wanted to play with a gold. Oh well, let me gold and know if you're all finished with it. Gold, 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 gold.
What a fucking
Okay.
speed demon he is at talking. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, that guy's quite fast too. Yeesh.
Indeed. Hee hee.
Huh.
Anyways, now that we have the gold mining room and what you could do with it, here we're gonna have. The diamond mining room.
Diamonds.
I could imagine it being Pixie's favorite mining room of all time.
Oh.
Sure, we got that right. But he
What?
plays diamonds more nowadays because he feels they're still more special, used to them than others think.
I don't blame him, even though diamonds seem to be more common these days. But even so, you'd need them to make netherite gear with the netherite ingots you have. So I see no difference in specialty there.
Everyone's got their own opinion, of course, so we shouldn't judge. But anyways,
What
I
Judy
shouldn't
said,
be
and I
stalling for
agree with
long.
her.
Right
Indeed.
next to this mining room, we got a double bathroom.
Ooh.
One side of the room is a hot tub station, while the other
Yeah.
side of the bathroom is like a regular bathroom. I like to relax in it all the time, especially on such a pleasant day like this.
Ooh.
Me and Kelly don't have a bathroom this large, but holy damn, how can you have this much room for
Yeah.
a fucking bathroom?
Indeed.
I am just wondering.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing. Why do you guys need a bathroom this big?
Yeah.
What does this accomplish?
Dependent on your type of home, really.
Yeah.
Though I want to move us on to the
Yeah,
other
depending
side.
on what kind of home you got.
Where this small lounge here exists.
Yeah.
It used to be a small library, but we got rid of the bookshelves here, because none of us are really too keen on reading anyway. Well, except me sometimes.
Huh.
Next to that, we have a bedroom that belongs to Pixie and I.
Oh.
Whee!
Yes.
Pix and Junie sitting on the bed. KISSING.
God damn it! You better not think of stalking Pix and Judy like
Yeah.
that!
LOL I will internet but stop.
Tom with the trumpet. Fucking God. Oh no. Oh God. Yeah, don't stalk Pix and Judy, Tom. Give them some privacy for God's sake. But Jesus Christ, that's really funny.
Those two till the end of days.
Damn it! Now you sound a lot like Sam when he does the exact same thing!
Are you just
Honestly,
doing
yeah.
this to mess around, or is that ironically what you do?
I'm just trolling, I swear,
Right,
He
says
better
Mr.
be.
Cheeseburger Clown!
says the baloney jester. Now we
Damn.
equal.
Sigh. Next room, please.
Oh
Right
God. Jesus
So now,
Christ.
we have the final room for this floor, the above-ground armory.
Ooh.
This was the old location of the throne room, but now it's gotten an overhaul so that we, along with the guards, have more room to enchant, upgrade, repair,
Marvelous.
and even disenchant gear.
What beats me is that I don't understand the more concrete reason as to why this room is like this now. I believe it's so this castle takes advantage of the new heights and depths we have now, unless I'm wrong. Either way, Pix might know.
I'm sure he has the knowledge and justification for it. But without any further ado, we shall now go to the 4th floor. Yes, I forgot to mention we have a 4th floor. So I
Nice.
lied when I said we have the 3rd in the basement. Though there aren't that
Oops.
many rooms we'll tackle here, so we'll get this over with and head to the basement. So, on our left, we have the
Ooh.
Emerald and Purple Hall that's called the Semi-Hall. The reason it's called the
Nice.
Semi-Hall is because there was going to be a Great Hall incorporated, but that would contradict the idea of the throne room being at the center. So we decided to split this into 2 semi-halls as a result.
Great hall, semi-hall, I don't really care as long as it's a substantially big hall. Though
Yeah.
is this what you were talking about when you said many people at the dining room wasn't a big problem anymore?
Why, yes, it is. I see you've been catching on to and understanding our context. Hee hee hee. Though on the other side,
Alright.
we have the Golden Blackstone Semi-Hall. It serves the same purpose as the Emerald and Purple one, so I won't explain much about that. Next
Alright.
up, we have the new and improved film room.
Ooh.
It's now got me and Pixie sitting together along with most of our elite
Yes.
soldiers and many other men and women in our local cabinet. It even
Yes.
has lanterns perched on diamond blocks for extra detail.
Very nice.
Oh yeah, very. It even looks bigger than the previous room.
Not gonna lie, that's actually extremely beautiful. Well, yeah. Well, that's really beautiful to see.
It was held in.
Oh yeah, it's absolutely gorgeous all around, just like I've seen it when we were brought here.
No kidding. I bet it would
Yeah.
even have complimentary cheeseburgers for doing extraordinary deeds.
Oh, wow. He keeps bringing up cheeseburgers. Wow. That's like the third or fourth time he's brought it up.
Now then, we go straight to the basement.
Okay. Alright. The basement.
Now then, we got the laundry room. Perfect
Ooh.
when you need to wash or dry your clothes.
Nice.
Fuck, that's a problem for you humans. Computers like myself and Fred and robots like the Zarvoxes and LMAO robot don't need to worry about that shit.
I will add, though, even we need some cleaning and preventive maintenance every now and then, so that we function optimally.
The
Yeah.
next room
What
on this
LMAO
floor
robot
is one that
said.
would probably make you rethink that. Ha ha! Anyways,
It's the ping
here we
pong
have the floor
station.
ping pong room.
I bet you I would be dominated
boy.
in ping pong match.
I beg to fucking differ on that note.
Oh yeah,
Oh no.
on this
There we
then.
go.
Damn it.
Y'all better get it together.
Ah, point proof.
Damn it guys, now we've got Pix's attention.
Oh no.
What the fuck is going on here?
Oh, nothing much. It's
Hmm.
just me and Tom back and forthing.
If you're going to do that, at least don't make a mess out of the ping pong stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, we won't. And besides, weren't you and your group supposed to start your tour by now?
Yeah, but we have to wait until you're finished with yours for some reason.
Yeah, what he said. And
Yeah.
also, here we have the mini dance room.
Did
Ooh.
someone say
Oh
what
my
I thought they
God.
said?
I think they said
Oh,
mini
boy.
dance room
Oh no, here we go.
or
I'm
some
not gonna
shit
spoil
like
the
that.
part.
Then that means one thing and one
Oh,
thing
boy.
alone. Magic cleanse time. Oh wait, I can't swim.
Rose in
Well,
the basement
that's the
pool.
funniest shit I've seen in a while. LMAO.
Looks like the room just sniped Microsoft Sam. Snipe
Damn.
Microsoft Sam. Snipe
Snipe
Microsoft
Microsoft
Sam.
Sam.
Snipe
Snipe
Microsoft
Microsoft
Sam.
Sam.
Snipe
Snipe
Microsoft
Microsoft
Sam.
Sam.
Huh. How did that tenable dance room treat you now?
I'll
Wow.
cannibal dance you one later, Tom.
Touche, bitch.
Touche. Touche,
But anyway,
right.
okay, lol, let's just continue our tour.
Jesus.
Just as I was gonna say.
Okay then,
Damn.
what you just saw there was the swimming pool. Now we're gonna skip over to the bar.
Ooh, what's one of my favorite drinks and I would get smashed by the effects of that.
They have all sorts of drinks, though most of them are non-alcoholic, because that tends to be one leading cause of death, if not handled properly.
Yeah,
That's why
what
I
Junior
handle
said.
some non-alcoholic drinks at most should I drink, and I handle some drinks in a moderate manner.
Yeah, to be honest, I don't drink alcohol. Nor I would ever.
Yeah, not all bars have to be alcoholic, you know.
Yeah.
Though of course, we have to advance on. There's the Emerald Mining Room, one of the
Ooh.
rare stores around here, and of course now that we are a more full-fledged town, more abundant. Because of the villagers.
Ooh.
Hee hee.
Huh.
We need some more of that, and we sure as hell love that.
Shelly would sure as hell have a field day to this. She loves emeralds to death. If I could mine some of those emeralds as a surprise gift, I would.
Yes, now too bad we can't right now. But I can show you the room next to it, which is the copper mining room.
Ooh,
It used to be the quartz
coppers.
mining room, but then when copper first got introduced to this world officially, we moved the quartz over somewhere else. Like iron and gold, we can mine some of the copper, and then it usually gets shielded as raw copper. But if you have... You know what I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
Huh.
Silk touch picks. We've known that ever since some of us went to the caves and mountains.
Surely enough, we have. But now, that's it for this part of the castle.
Alright.
Pixie, you can now go for your part of the tour.
Alright then, June. We've got this one in the bag.
Yes.
Okay, so now that the main folks have gone through this part of the castle, time to
my
cover
God,
ours.
his voice, man.
Starting off, we got this one to show.
Oh yeah! The portal room.
This is the most off-limits part of my castle, by
Ooh,
far.
chills.
Once I unlock multiple secrets throughout the multiverse, I would learn
I'm
to
gonna turn
know
off my
much
light.
about interdimensional
Alright,
travel
that should be
over
good.
time.
Yeah, it's sunny in my
catch
area,
is,
so we
it
should
could
get
just as
a little
easily
bit of
one
light in
adventurer
here.
left stranded in a dimension if they don't know their way out, which is why we want some people to go back the way they came. Ever since then, it's been declared off-limits. Only skilled adventurers and programmers can navigate the multiversal spectrum without too much effort.
Well, lucky for you, I'm something of a multiversal traveler myself. I've learned to avoid those sorts of problems when going places in my time since I usually carry what I need. And even if I don't, I've always got my mates to assist.
Yeah, true. I mean, most of us did happen to use it for traveling to Satan and Tal's Slayer, so I get what you're saying on that part, Swirly.
Yeah. Well, I wonder what more there is, since you said something about deep parts.
Good to bring that up, Sam. Now, the next part of this tour is going to be esoteric to some of us, so pay close attention when we do this. You ready?
Yes,
we go.
we are, when you are.
Okay, good. So now, here we go over. Deeper throughout the castle. Here, you might notice something different, where instead of diamond blocks, we got something like netherite blocks. That's just the start of it, though. The next few rooms we're going to show you are gonna add to the experience. Here comes the first one.
Here we go.
The blast smelting room.
Yes.
This is one of those places where you can smelt some iron, gold, copper, and plenty of ores that might probably have been mined with a silk touch pick. Something
Here we
like
go.
that. Not only can you smelt some of those minerals, you can also store some for later use if you're carrying too much in your inventory.
How convenient. We still have some blast furnaces back at our houses when of course we barely put use onto them due to some things not being applicable to the blast smelting process.
Yeah, because not everything you can smelt from a regular furnace can be smelted from a blast furnace. That's a given. The room next to it we have the Obsidian and Crying Obsidian mining room.
Ooh.
If you think building some things resistant to explosions is good enough, and if you need something like a respawn anchor whenever you go to the Nether, this room is perfect for you. Regular obsidian is also useful for making enchantment tables, beacons, and even ender chests.
Nice.
All that's useful for explosive-free needs.
Oh, wow. This feels very neat. Just like netherite blocks and ancient debris are explosive-free.
Yup. But anyways, here we have what you can call the Amethyst mining room.
Nice.
Oh my, they're so pretty. We don't see many of these back home in one place. I love it.
Oh yes, yippee amethysts, amethysts, we need more amethysts. Yeah, 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 yeah. I'm in heaven. I can explain all this for you if you want. Pix.
Go ahead, Zijing. No one's stopping you.
Zijing.
Primarily, amethyst shards are used to make spyglasses and tinted glass. There are other uses for amethysts as a whole, including decoration, spooky sources of light, making music, and so forth.
Nice.
There are more uses and there's more potential to amethysts than you would think, but yes, I wanted to give out what was more obvious first.
Wow! Who knew amethyst had so many uses here? Rosentech would love to see this place.
Thanks. Now then, continuing on, we'll be going to the other side of this basement floor. And now we have a full-fledged library.
Ooh,
Contains
nice.
some books you might want to take a glimpse at sooner or later, but there is a lot of more important information out there than meets the eye. Though as much as I hate how some books give off negative vibes more than necessary, I do intend to be more kind to some of the budget invested.
Yeah.
But anyways, next to the library we have...
Alright, what is it?
The brewery.
Ooh.
This one here allows people to brew themselves some potions if they need to, regardless of the ingredients we have and need.
To be honest, the castle that you guys are seeing, it's like better than the old Raffle World's castle, in my opinion. But yeah, it's really cool to see. It's like more larger than Pix's castle back in the day.
If there are potions that I really don't need, it's fire resistance, because I am naturally made of fire. Any fire or lava flows in various aspects just automatically make me stronger the more I use them to my advantage.
Hey, sir, I've got a question, if you don't mind.
Alright.
If you're made of fire, do you set anything that touches you on fire? Or is it, say, something you can control, like a power?
I can control that. It's essentially a power I've got as an augment to my element.
Ooh,
yeah,
nice.
what Fire said.
Yeah.
But anyway, here
What
we got
Fire
left
said,
on
yeah.
this floor are a few things that are considered to be artificial. One
Ooh,
thing considered such
damn.
is the artificial dripstone cave. Right there, we have some of the dripstone blocks, as well as the scenery for what it'd be like if you were in a dripstone cave yourself. Kinda safer than the natural dripstone caves, by the way. And now we have
Alright.
the artificial lush cave.
Nice.
Same as the dripstone
Oh,
cave,
God.
but with a
I'm gonna
more
sneeze.
grand atmosphere and plus.
Okay, it just felt like I wanted to sneeze
Ooh,
for a second.
pretty lights from these glow berries.
Yeah.
No. Are you gonna let those be the new Doritos for you?
What? Hell no. I only love the glow berries because of their pretty lights and their edibility, as well as the fact that you can have them as a bonus.
If you say so.
Oh, God.
Alex, you and your thing for glowberries, I swear. But anyways, now we got the second basement floor, and we're going to the third basement floor.
Wow. I could sit down here for hours. This would be a lovely room to set up a little pool in and just relax.
Considering how many floors this castle has gotten over the course of its existence, these secret floors are really getting interesting.
So, here we're going to have on this floor.
Ooh.
Is the underground armory. Compared to the one from above, this one is more powerful.
Ooh.
With this armory, we can store the gear that we have, enchant it, and even upgrade it. It goes in several ways, too. You can do whatever you want with your gear without having to go back and forth in terms of up and down. Condensing this into one room saves time. I'm
Ooh.
planning to make more improvements to that later, so...
Oh, I wonder what you might do with it.
You'll find out in due time. But
Yeah.
for now, we get what we get.
Mm-hmm.
Now then,
Yeah.
on to the nether gold mining.
Okay, here we go.
It's like the regular gold mining room, except if you're not mining with a silk touch pickaxe, you would yield gold nuggets.
Gold, gold, get more gold. Someone said gold again.
Gold.
Gold, gold, gold.
Yeah,
So much gold this place
gold's
has.
back.
Oh, gold, my sweet love. I'll ask you get into my sweet hands.
Oh, no. Don't get me fucking started with this shit.
Hey,
Oh,
Gold.
no.
There's a dungeon that leads straight to Golden Paradise. It's located somewhere near here. It's up to you to get it.
Ooh, golden dungeon. Yippee! Gold, 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 gold.
Pix, what the fuck was that?
I had to appease and distract him to get him to stop stalling our tour. Sometimes direct methods encourage him to stalk us in the tour more. Plus,
Damn.
I knew if he was still here, you'd go on even more of a tirade about it anyway.
Fine, fine, you got me there. Anyways, what's that room next to this one?
Oh, glad you asked. This room here is called
Alright.
the new quartz mining room.
Yes.
This is where the quartz went to when it got replaced in favor of copper. And there's
Wow.
more quartz over here than ever. You can decorate and build with it, and even craft other blocks and some redstone contraptions with it.
The redstone department would belong to Mary, since she's more experienced with it and would use quartz on certain occasions.
Oh god, quartz. You're giving me some vibes of when some people used it for their own tech.
I'm pretty sure I was built out of a fair share of quartz too, so I wouldn't let that get in the way entirely.
Don't worry, I'm being sarcastic.
If you guys are done talking amongst yourselves, I'd like to advance on over to some other room.
Okay. Alright, what is it?
This here is the artificial crimson force.
Wow!
You could call this one a nether equivalent of the artificial caves we've seen earlier.
Interesting.
And of course, you could call this one a nether equivalent of 2 rooms over by the Emerald Wing.
Damn!
Why do I say that? Well...
Okay. Yeah, I'm just nearly losing my voice from all this talking.
This might answer your question.
Ooh.
I see where this is going. Not only because of your claim in equivalence, but because of the blocks making up the ceilings. That's how I can tell that those are equivalents indeed.
Yes, Natural Sam, you are correct.
Nice.
But anyways, we are going to...
Alright, what room?
The ancient debris mining room.
Nice.
We got a lot of this ancient debris. And what's
Ooh.
very special about it is not only can you mine it to make some tools with a few extra steps, it is also like obsidian, blast resistant. It has a dual function there, just like that. But I do need to warn you though, even
Alright.
with a fully enchanted efficiency pickaxe and with the haste effect on you, it's going to take a few seconds before you mine it, which makes it the toughest room out of them all.
I don't think that should be a problem at all as long as we have more efficiency and more haste.
Yeah.
Oh, not too much haste.
Even then, it would still take at least a second or two. Hell, maybe 3. But anyway, now we're going for another extremely elusive room, which is going to be...
Alright.
the magic chamber.
Ooh. Oh boy.
Now, what does this one do?
It takes a dark magic trapped throughout containers and converts it to light magic.
I know dark magic is presumed to be bad in some cases, but don't you think that's a bit overkill for a chamber?
There's more to it than you know, because a big difference is, while some dark magic is more powerful than light magic in various cases, it just as easily corrupts the wielder of it and could be harnessed for terrible destruction. That's why I always recommend mages to never abuse the magic power they're given.
What about literal dark magic and literal light magic? Wouldn't those be used to unleash light and darkness in some way?
Yeah, but I'm talking about the metaphorical kind of light and dark. You remember some things like enchantments and curses and all sorts of magic like that, right?
Yeah, what about that?
Think of light magic like normal, positive enchantments and dark magic like curses, as well as the something for something kind, because it is a similar basic principle.
I think I can recognize something like that, because I have powers too. But either way, a paranormal force is a paranormal force. One that not even some scientists can understand, no matter how much they try.
Hearing about all this magic and powerful abilities sometimes makes me wish I had some. You must be able to do so many amazing things with your abilities.
I wouldn't want my amethysts corrupted by dark magic, though it depends on how you define it. But anyway, what's this sign above this door say?
Oh no.
Off limits to civilians or the faint of heart?
That was made to discourage normal tourists from entering beyond this point. And it's for a very critical reason, too. One that I've been keeping from everyone for a very, very long time. Even before the Raffle world came to be under me and Sam's care.
What is that reason, might I ask?
I will show you all. And you guys are the first ones who get to see why I consider this part of the castle extremely off-limits.
Oh boy.
Since I trust you enough to see what this has to offer.
Rest assured, this trust shall not be broken.
Would you like me to wait outside my chain?
You can come with us too if you want. I trust you, like I said before. But now, be prepared. This is going to be a very long way downstairs. And once we get down, we're not turning back until the rest of this tour is over. And until further notice, do not tell anyone about this. Not the rest of the tourists, not Zevalar, and not even Junie. Understand?
Your little thing is safe with us, Pix. So, where does that secret start?
I shall lead you down.
Here we go. Oh my god.
Alright, so now, here we are.
Wow.
With
Is that Delta Rune music?
a very large basement that is created with some of the materials that were obtained. Especially when me, Sam, Natural Sam, Raffle Robot, and some others went to the
Maybe I
crystal
would not be
caves.
trusted
Before
enough
you
to
ask,
see this.
This has nothing to do with the secret that'll soon unfold.
Oh, when will it be for us? Oh,
This tour will show you as we progress, and let you know when that secret is here for us to see. For now, let's have a kick out of some of those hallways. They have quite a good amount of gems that I also mined after our trip to the Kriskan Cave. I went and got some more after that was done, which is why more of these minerals are here now.
oh wow.
Ew.
Holy fucking shit. You've gone crazy with all that gem collection. It actually makes me wonder what in the whole wide planet of Earth you're gonna do with all these minerals.
Time will tell, really.
Yeah.
But anyway, we've got some more stuff in the halls, which will lead you somewhere.
Okay.
Here.
What are those crystals? Lumiere mines? Ourite mines? What the fuck kind of crystals are those?
Those are the crystals, with Alurite being the cyan crystals and Lumiere being the gold crystals. Sim, Pixel Art, Natural Sim, Inward, Zijing, and I, among some others, went to the Criscan cave and saw what was considerably a beautiful sight to behold. Those crystals,
that it
as new as they
was.
are to the rest of us, especially me, we are slowly researching the purposes of those crystals, as well as what they can be used for.
Holy fucking shit, actually nice. When I asked what kind they were, for the record, I didn't actually try to insult them or be rude in any specific way. I could say though, they make nice aesthetics for rooms like these, too.
Well, I'm happy you like those, and the effort we all put into making those rooms. There's a room that's behind us, but that one's still yet to be up to full tank. When its own functionality is here, you'll know as soon as some research is done.
Huh. That's a cool scene thus far. I am absolutely not going to lie or sugarcoat it. But hey, what's this other corridor on the other side, by the red and blue sides of the floor?
Good question.
Alright.
This one leads to some dignified mining rooms that we have constructed since after the Crystal Adventure. Feast your foresights on the ruby and sapphire mines, aka the favorite gems of Sam and Natural Sam respectively.
Holy god damn.
Wow, you two must be lucky.
Rubies and more sapphires.
Ooh. Yeah, you two must be really lucky.
I feel at home.
I knew
That
this
laugh.
would appease you two all along. What am I even gonna do, LaMail?
You might as well embrace it, Pix. This was your idea to surprise us after all.
Touche, Sam. Touche.
Yeah, indeed,
But
touche.
before we continue on, I'd like to explain that as an added bonus. We got fire rubies in the mix too, as well as ice sapphires. That's right. Both of those rooms have elements in the mix.
Okay, now I like this ruby mining room even more. How you managed to fish these out from the Criscan cave is beyond me. I like this sapphire room even more because of this revelation. Your castle, Pix, is our new favorite spot to visit now.
Oh boy.
So glad to have entertained you both with it.
Yeah.
Anyway, now we're gonna go across to the other hallways. One of them will have even more gems to exhibit, so if you're feeling ready for it, good.
Oh boy, I can tell that is gonna be fucking interesting.
Now feast your eyes on some more
God.
gems, which come down to some such as peridot, topaz, citron, opal, and so on.
Holy shit, peridot and
They all
topaz,
look
my
nice,
natural
not
light
gonna
are
lie.
gonna go crazy over those. We should have brought them here to it as soon as it was warranted.
Don't worry, they'll find out more about this later. But for now, we'll be going across these hallways, which will be leading straight down to the last one. And yes, this is where the secret will come in. Get ready.
Loud
Go.
and clear.
Let's do this. Oh boy. Oh my god. Alright.
And here we are, the final
Nice.
basement floor, with the teleporters belonging
Nice.
to them. And when I say them, I mean this is gonna be the one secret hub I made from memory. An homage to what stuff was like before it happened.
Oh no.
What's the deal with this place exactly?
This is the beginning of a replica of a hub that once belonged to a secret society called the Concrete Array.
The Concrete Array? Not to judge or anything, but what kind of name was that society?
Yeah.
Or the better question is, what was it known for?
It was known for having plenty of adventurers go on various death-defying, over-the-top epic quests to get exotic collectibles and potentially save a chunk of mankind in the same process.
Who were its founding members?
Narchier, Seacone, Dylons, and me and Fire.
Whoa. Seriously?
What?
Pix and Fire, you're also founding members of that society.
Yes,
What?
but it goes way back further than you think.
Oh, I see. Do go on.
There used to be other members of it. Ones that joined soon after 5 of us formed the original group. But as of late,
Oh my
those
god.
other members are dead, with 2 of its founding members having gone through something even more tragic after the first fight with Lukao Fizerin. Even after then, he had the gall to attack my friends from back then.
Oh
and
no.
he was absolutely hell-bent on putting it to an end. Just like everything else he wanted to put to an end.
Fuck Luke Howe and his actions back then.
Those traumatic memories of him killing those members, as well as trying to do the same to us, well, that still enrages me to this day. Even with Luke Howe technically dead himself.
What the fuck? Wait a
Well,
minute.
at least he
Hold
killed
up.
him.
You once had a few friends you bonded with, formed a group with them, and witnessed who knows what kind of fate
Wait.
that was going on then?
Oh boy.
Holy shit, Pix and Fire. I feel very sorry for the 2 of you.
I
Yeah.
appreciate the sympathy, though what Pix meant to elaborate along those lines is that while there are quite some members who are dead, there are some others who are actually alive, but missing.
Damn.
Yeah. Dylons, I know he's somewhere. I just don't know where exactly he's located at the moment. Though as for Narchier and Seacone, they've disappeared without a trace, unfortunately.
No.
Ever since we all got split up by Luke Howe's attacks, I was feeling guilty for what transpired. And
Oh,
so,
no.
I had to take matters into my own hands, even if it meant I had to make a new civilization after I was first deemed the anti-hacker warrior.
Oh damn. What an unexpected and terrible turn of events that became of you. I feel baffled as to why this was kept secret all along, though.
Damn.
I want things to be a surprise for when there would potentially be a lead for something. But knowing that there was a slight lead
Try not to cry, Challenge. Try not to cry.
for Dylons, but none for Narchier and Seacone by far, I honestly don't know what to do about that anymore.
To be honest, I'm now on the edge of crying.
Hey, it's okay. I can somewhat relate with you on that one. Losing ones you cherish due to unforeseen circumstances. But if you know
Yeah.
you can't get back with people you knew back then, what's stopping you from doing something about it now?
Yeah.
What do you
what
mean?
Swirly said.
I mean, don't let what happened to you and your friends back then affect you for too long now. It's not
Yeah.
a good idea to dwell on the past like that. It can take
Yeah.
massive tolls on your mental state.
Yeah,
Once again,
what
I can
Swirly
relate
said.
to that a bit too well.
Yeah, Swirly's got a point there.
Yeah.
Because remember, when we were at Camp Degruvia and you were depressed over a similar issue?
Yeah, true. I've gotten over that, but... Who am I kidding? I probably was dwelling on it for quite a bit too hard. But still, seeing something horrible happen to friends hit me much harder. That's why
Sorry,
I
I'm
was
just not
mad
laughing, I'm
whenever
just
Luke
crying.
would show up. That's why I had to prepare everyone for his onslaughts.
But still,
including you,
Sam.
Sam.
Cry,
Though in the same process, I put y'all in terrible danger. And I'm sorry for that.
It's okay, Pix. At least Luca's dead now and you still have some of us to thank for helping you.
True. I guess I was getting a bit...
Damn. That actually hit me so hard. Including the music too. Anywho, let's just get back with this reaction.
Desperate there to try to save them.
I'm just not doing
but
this
anyway,
for attention.
On with the tour.
I'm just not crying for attention. I'm not crying just to get your guys' attention. I'm just crying because all this hit me so hard.
This would be the throne room to commemorate
Yeah, and including the music too.
the time we've all spent together as the concrete array. We would sit on those thrones as well as tell a few stories to make each other's days brighter on the side. And of course, we would also process what we would need to do for plans and such. And then we would exchange treasures now and then to keep in the treasure room. Those were good times all around.
Wow, that was a throne room for the 5 of you. I have a question out of simple curiosity. How exactly do you remember all the rooms you had back then to translate it to what you had now, after all those years?
Good question.
Oh yeah, first time I actually cried in a video like this, like actually cried.
Question, but also tough to answer, considering I've had the traumatic experience in the long run.
Damn.
But even then, I would still keep sketches handy when I was going about my days. So really, that's how I was able to take this into memory. Dylon's even helped me with that.
Oh wow, that's rather quite the backstory. Anyway, turning to this adjacent room facing the thrones, this one's considerably the main center of that concrete array, correct?
Yeah, this one needs no introduction, since you know what purpose that serves. Essentially, it being a makeshift rotunda. But anyway, which one to go in first? This is a special dining hall, where some people would eat some food. Dylons was an artist behind multiple building.
Reminds me of a break room. reminds me of a break room. I think we have at my job. I'm not gonna go into too much detail about it since I'm currently reacting to this.
Decorating and even cooking techniques. He was a good artist behind that too. Whenever he would make meals for us to help us survive harsh living conditions, he made sure a lot of the food was purely magnificent quality. He also never disappointed us, making fancy architecture and block forms of combat in case we would be in grave danger. He was one of the most exotic looking members of the group, considering he had rare genes that had his hair color be an unusual one.
Oh wow. I would imagine if his hair was purple like mine.
I can't confirm or deny at this point.
No, I want my hair to be actually purple. Well, not because of her, like of a character that I'm not gonna go into too much detail since I'm making this video for you guys.
Because I forget the exact color. Good imagination though, ZJ.
Yeah.
Now, anyway.
Oh yeah, ZJ. I keep forgetting her name.
Let's head on over to... the grieving stage. Yes, Narchier was the group's griefer, meaning he would practice demolition.
Ooh.
He was a loud and proud rogue, though that wasn't in a bad way, of course, because ultimately, if he saw that some of us were in danger from a hostile, he would step in to save the day with an explosive approach. Most people flocked to him when he was using explosives to create benefits for the terrain, eliminating enemies, and much more. And you know what else? He was like a land pirate.
Kinda reminds me of myself when I would mess around with TNT in my spare time. Let alone lucky TNT being placed. If he were here, he'd have us get along well, Lamau.
Yes. Feels like a missed opportunity since he's gone now, but what can you do? Now then, we've got Seacoast section of the Memento.
Nice.
She was a genius with redstone.
Ooh.
She lived to inspire hundreds to thousands of people to try their hand in some of their own redstone creations and attractions. Some ended up working.
Oh god, I want to visit the castle so freaking bad right now.
Some others didn't, but hey, it is what it is at the end of the day.
Yeah.
People like her were a reason as to why some countries and worlds are technologically advanced in their own ways now. I will say for the matter though, it wasn't an easy task to do it. Whenever she doesn't find a way out, she would make a way out via some redstone. Hell, she even taught me to make some mappings across the interdimensional network, which is how I know some of the multiverse's functions, if not most of them.
Whoa.
Wow.
She taught you how to make interdimensional portals from scratch?
Yeah, though I didn't do that alone. I hired some engineers to build the architecture for that one portal, and I programmed the destination worlds for it. If Seacone hadn't taught me that in our earlier days, we never would have been able to use it to travel to Satan and Tall Slayer.
Wow.
Yeah, she must be some sort of indirect hero for teaching you in that aspect. That she really inspired you to, huh?
Hell yeah.
Real.
That's one reason why I've been holding on to hope that she would be able to find a way out of wherever she's been all these years. But anyway, I feel like I'm stalling for a bit more. So, here's last but not least, the part for fire.
Yes!
I will speak from here on this part, thank you very much. So, in the concrete array, I was an expert enchanter, master brewer, and a natural arsonist when it came to my contribution. I was more of a resident alchemist. I burned some enemies up with my fiery magic, as well as brewing potions up to full power and enchanted gear to have effects that would work beyond those of standard gear. That, plus, there would be enchanting utilities that you would use to power up your gear. First of them is an advanced enchanting infuser. What that does is that it lets you choose an enchantment you want on your equipment, and it lets you enchant it to however potent you want it. And even better, it lets you repair the stuff, given the amount of XP you get from defeating enemies, smelting ores, mining ores, whatever. Usually, that's pretty decent, though in rare cases, it gives you an abnormal XP cost depending on how powerful an enchantment is.
Wouldn't that waste a lot of XP depending on how much you have?
Not if you have a lot, it wouldn't. Even if you wasted some, it probably wouldn't be much in comparison to the total you'd have. Hell, I'd waste a lot of XP leveling up some armor and weapons and still have a decent amount. Speaking of levels, there's also a mechanism where you can cross-enchant some of your weapons to whichever level you want up to 255. But that's not the full beauty of it. If you feel you have your enchantment levels too high, you can decrease the potency of that magic too. You can cross-enchant some armor and weapons, like for example, a crossbow to full power and a trident.
Okay, I'm just gonna be off topic for a second. Now I know what the word esoteric means.
Into full sharpness. That's recommended if you're like Sam and Pix, but otherwise, try and keep your shit reasonable for your own sake.
Thanks for that mention, Fire.
Enlighten me. How would you get sharpness on a trident and power on a crossbow when that's not usually possible?
Let's just say while that's not normally possible, someone I looked up had the intellect to make it so, and so I took what I learned from it and implemented it for the greater good. But I will say for the record, I give credit where it's due for that.
Funny, I was about to call you an idea thief for that until you phrased it that way.
When would I ever steal some ideas and not give any credit, huh?
I know you wouldn't. I was joking on that part.
Yeah, none of us would actually steal shit or anything to enlighten both of your rather snarky asses.
Even me.
Well damn. Punish me for being fucking heartwarming. Why not?
Now anyways, those are all the
Whoa,
sections that
back,
were
Alex.
visited. Time for the real secret to be revealed.
Alright.
Oh.
Yes.
I'm absolutely betting this will be luxurious.
Now this is the treasure vault of the concrete array. The treasure vault for our absolutely most sacred treasures. Those prized possessions could only be in our hands for so long, whether it be weapons, armor, artifacts, anything really. Also, as an added bonus...
Alright. Oh my god!
No fucking way. You hid the super crystal down here all this time, while you were building this. Damn, how cryptic are you?
I know,
As cryptic as I can be, Sam. But this is for reason not even Junie or the guards understand. This super crystal here is the most powerful ancient tool all of Earth 2 has seen. It even prevents unknown thieves from stealing it, as well as other artifacts surrounding it. It's even renewable should it get destroyed by accident or by something else. But it does pack a powerful explosion if it does get destroyed, so you might want to be careful when handling that.
Yeah, Wickpix and I, as the chosen caretakers for the super crystal, we are enforcing the rule that says, if anything happens should you take one wrong action, we are not being held accountable for it.
Yeah.
Not to worry, Sam. We weren't gonna touch it or anything. But damn, you guys must have been a very powerful force to be reckoned with back in those days, eh?
The only shit I want to touch is my stuff. Okay, you know what? I ain't explaining that.
Yup. And with the backstory I dropped while we were here, you now know why I consider this off limits now. I will admit, I did want to move on from some of that, but there were multiple reasons why I held on to some bits of hope that Narcier and Seacone would come back one way or another and someday reunite with us. If it was even the case, I'll be surprised in the long run.
Yeah.
If those were the stuff to be shown in this, that wouldn't make it so secret anymore, now would it?
There are still things I showed which are genuinely still never to be fiddled around with unless you know what you're doing, such as with the super crystal, the magic chamber, the portal room, hell, even the other artifacts that we obtained throughout our journeys thus far. But other than that, we're done with this tour here.
Alright.
More will come up as time goes on, but for now, it is what it is.
Yeah, you make a fair point, Pix.
Yeah.
But also, while we head back up to the surface, I wonder how those at the Gold Wing are carrying along?
Alright. Let's see.
Alright, so, where do we start our tour from here?
In this wing of the castle, right here is where we start the tour. The bakery. This is where you can order some sweets, and then either eat them from here or get some to go. Whether it be cake, cookies, cupcakes, hell, even pastries and cinnamon buns.
Oh yummy, that's got to be one of those sugary foods that are high in energy, though I'm saying that in a good way, because who could say no to that?
Sam and Natural Sam wouldn't, considering this is where I bet they'd get their secret stashes of highway cookies from.
Oh boy.
I wouldn't say that. There could be anywhere anyone could get them from.
I know, I was only joking around for a teensy bit.
Right. So with that out of the way, I'd like to give to everyone now the storage room. But that's not an all-purpose storage room at all, no sir. This is a storage room that allows you to store mine carts, rails, and the supplies needed for them.
I think that's one of the rooms that we've seen when we were escorted to the throne room, no?
Didn't those two girls escort us up there though?
Hold up, what were the names of them again?
Cleon Proticon. But alas, we gotta go to the room associated with this storage room. This is the minecart station that you people were at when you were escorted.
Indeed, and as such, we know what it does. Like, pointing out the destinations on where to go should you leave this station by cart.
Yes, Mike is correct. And since you were here before, I guess there's no need to go into detail.
Why did I not see that when Esther and I came in the normal way?
I wouldn't see any use dwelling on that aspect, especially when it's your first time in this castle. But now that we have that taken care of, it's time that we go over to the conference room. Right there, we either plan for some big things or talk about how we can handle some controversial matters. Most of the time, though, it's the latter. Many issues come up in the Raffle world and beyond that we have to address, and honestly, it's no easy task.
I know just how you feel with that, Kalvok. With me as the country's vice president and everything, I'm expected to speak on behalf of Sam some of the time, as well as helping along to elaborate on some plans that he and Pix formulate. Honestly though, it's overwhelming. I can vouch for that as Mike's assistant vice president.
Oof. Yeah, some jobs like that can be rough. There's no negotiating its difficulty.
No kidding. Considering the difficulty of the jobs I could imagine the rest of you have, it makes mine and Esther's look easy in comparison. Not that I'm downplaying the importance of it or anything.
I know what you mean about that. But anyways, I'd like to get us over to this next hallway over to our right, which is going to take us to... the music room. One of the finest creations, where some musicians and performers use some of their instruments and note blocks to compose songs.
This is what I usually advise people to listen to when they were mad, like a lot of soothing music to calm their nerves.
In my opinion, this all sounds nice. I could imagine it takes a lot of effort to make a song cover, or even a standalone song without regurgitating some of the same old stuff.
I would definitely like one of those band songs one day.
Yeah, I was about to bring this up out of nowhere. I know it's not related to this, but yeah, my aunt really likes music. I'm pretty sure we all do. Yeah, no matter what kind of music that we like, even the oldies, rock, pop, country, hell, even the 70s, 80s, and 90s. Also, that could technically count as rock. If you're a rock person, if you're a classic rock person like me, so and not to mention, classic country is number 2. Don't worry, I still like classic rock, but still, I like classic country too.
I won't lie, though I will say, it is gonna be hard, so I'm gonna agree with Bruce on that one.
As do I, though I'm certain people are very capable of mustering in the effort they can make to produce a quality song or cover, hell, even a remix. You could even do so at a live concert if you wanted to. Music is a good one. I could definitely say that some people are musical geniuses around the planet, though I most of all take the ones that show a lot of respect for our people, even at the toughest of...
That's why we got artists. Artists exist for a reason. Even singers too. Hell, even bands too.
Times. So there we have it for the music room. Now then we have the training room. This is where we guards take on target practice, exercises, and even reaction improvements to prepare for bigger threats. Some of us have already done so with 2 villains, but some of you have already done so with multiple, correct?
Esther and I haven't, no.
Some of us have not, but I'd be pretty scared to fight them regardless.
Some of you guys and your involvement with villains, I swear.
When we first fought a few villains, I was pretty scared myself too, but then many of us learned to get the hang of it with full confidence and optimal tactics on how to outsmart said villains. So I can vouch for your point there.
Well, some people take a while to adapt to fighting, others do so quickly, and some others may not want to fight at all. Don't get me wrong, no one always has to physically fight. We always try to talk it out with our words first.
Yeah.
We use this training for last resort cases. But anyways, near the training room, we have the guard's locker room. Here, this is where we change clothes, but don't worry, no one looks whenever something questionable goes on.
I've had a fair share of questionable moments go on throughout my life, so I wouldn't really be surprised if it ends up happening at some point and some people bat an eye.
I've seen this happen in some instances, where some patients would change clothes. It was pretty, well, on second thought, you don't wanna know.
Don't worry, I won't show anything that's sensitive. I do a good job to respect privacy. Zedlar wouldn't approve of that if I didn't, nor would Pixelart or Jimmy. But now anyways, here's one sight that you can truly see, which is the castle courtyard. Right here, you can admire the scenery from the position you are in. You can even use it for this fountain, the dock, sightseeing, you name it. What do you think?
Wow, this is so breathtaking. Whoever decorated and built this thing is an absolute legend.
Wow. It looks splendid. Sam would say he wipes his ass with the environment with it.
Oh boy.
But to that I say, I care for the environment. So he and I are basically polar opposites when it comes to that sort of thing. Sam would go for natural Sam.
Probably Alex, though he never said he would hate the environment or anything like that.
Fred wouldn't even say that one bit, though he does prefer pizza over it, so I can relate.
Scotty would prefer bologna sandwiches over this, but I wouldn't prefer my books over this either. I love them both equally.
With all that aside, though, I love the scenery of this courtyard.
Yeah.
Gives me a sight to see ever since the days I've been at my first war.
Absolutely agreeable, Ralph.
Real.
For that matter, though, I do enjoy the sunshine and grass and flowers. Nature can also be bad at times, but we can all agree that the nature on this one is breathtaking.
Oh, my. No words for this place at all.
So now you have a glimpse of this wonderful courtyard. It's about time that we got started on the second floor, now that we got everything covered for the first floor of this wing. Now that we are on the second floor, I'd like to show you the art studio. Avid artists, whether traditional or digital, get a kick out of this room for the production of any piece of art that they feel suits them best. When they're finished, frames of the images they make are used to secure the pictures, and then they take it over to the art gallery, which is right next to this studio. Basically, this is where the produced works go. Though there is limited space for this gallery, we are welcome for guests to take what we don't need anymore. Normally we'd have you pay us, but since this is not a company, we're generous enough to let you take what you want for free.
Yeah.
You just have to ask for permission from the original artist, though. And if you're planning to use it, give proper credit.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Ilger.
Now over here across the hall, we have the sewing room. There are some seamstresses who usually make a few banners with it, especially with looms and these sewing machines. Plenty of patterns for those banners are also provided, given the right materials and the right colors they want to make the banners greater in quality.
What does this room suggest, exactly?
Doesn't suggest anything else in particular, just the basics.
Oh, I see. I was just curious, in case you're wondering why I asked.
Fair enough. But now, here we are at the balcony, which gives an excellent view of the courtyard. You've seen it already, so I won't distract us with it. Now where I'll take you next will be quite simple, though quite useful to note.
Right here is the pumpkin harvesting room. Some of them are in their carved form, though if you want to use the uncarved ones for something, best take some shears with you. You never know which pumpkins you'll need to harvest.
Question. Why are so many pumpkins here, and why is there this opening in one of these rooms leading outside?
Good questions. Allow me to show you. A supply room. In case you are wondering why this has certain blocks, here's the answer for you. We're making golems with them. And that is why we have those pumpkins harvested.
Oh, wait. So you're telling me this part of the wing is a golem factory? If I may guess, this room here is where you make the golems, and the room with the outside opening is where you send them off?
Bravo! You did it. You guessed the rooms I was intending to cover correctly. This part here is indeed a golem factory in a nutshell. But yes, the reason why that is, it's because we want to expand our defenses from several mobs on all sides. We have plenty of other forms of defense, though these golems are a prime example. While simple and old-fashioned, it works well against weaker mobs and entities. Stronger mobs and entities, however, can tear through them in one fell swoop, depending on their strength. So it's our job to consider our defenses carefully before we implement them.
For iron golems, I don't think they'd last that long against the weakest of mobs, considering the health they have. But as for other golems, I could definitely be all for it. But what about some of the gargoyles that were here previously?
Defenses for that are unfortunately phased out due to their lack of recency, though Pix will surely find a way around it knowing him.
Yeah.
Well, now that we quickly took care of this golem factory, we can get to the 3rd floor. Next up here is the cleaning room, where of course the custodian here cleans and does other stuff.
Don't you mean janitor?
They have the same meaning, plus the guy here doesn't care which word you use.
Yeah.
But now, we got the planetarium. This gem of a room here is where you can take a gaze at some of the planets and stars we have within our galaxy. Wow! This room is quite special, I ought to say.
Yeah.
I know a certain someone would get a kick out of it.
So do I. I know Mary will get a kick out of this one as well.
This room is absolutely a charm that I could imagine would work, even with tons of LED lights used to make it look like one is entering space.
Spice!
Lol, I know you guys get the reference. I can tell that this is probably your favorite room.
Do I find it bad that I'm missing something here?
No, not at all. You've been at war for quite some time, so it would make sense for you to not be there to get some references and shit. But anyway, continue on, Kalvok.
Okay. Now then, time to go right into... Hint, hint. Pixel Art and Juni's private changing closets. This is where they play dress up at whatever convenient times they have and then do whatever it is they're doing without us knowing.
If it were me and Esther seeing it, we would absolutely love to join in. We love playing dress up in our spare time, even when it's not Halloween.
Damn, well aren't you so weird?
Yes, I can be weird too, but isn't it normal to be a little bit weird at times?
I'm not gonna answer that,
Oh
and I
boy.
won't let Sam get any ideas on this one, because you know what he's like when it comes to Pix and Juni's relationship.
Same for Tom, frankly. Though as much as I disapprove of some of his actions, I wouldn't be too direct at making him stop.
Oh, so you're a little sensitive to their quirks?
A little, yes.
Yeah, that's understandable. But anyways, here we have the balcony, which is next to that one room in particular. Again, you already know the outside environment, so I won't distract you. Now then, let's go across the hallway again, and no, it's not going to be another golem factory. Now we have a yoga room where some people can stretch their bodies, guards, guests, and everyone else alike. Not only that, there's music to accompany the exercise because of the jukebox overhead.
I'm not a yoga machine per se, but it's understandable why this is incorporated.
Another healthy activity that I advise my patients to do when necessary. From my experience, it's quite fun, and depending on the pose, it can feel extraordinarily satisfying.
Gymnastics shows or something. Not that I'm shitting on them or anything, I'm just getting weird vibes from this room.
I wanted the yoga show one of these days.
If you want one, you could always produce one on your own time. Computer yoga, never done before, right?
Apparently it hasn't been.
So go for the shot, chimp. We believe in you. Now then we're gonna go across the hall again for the shroom harvesting room. Basically, you get shrooms and shroom blocks from this room. Useful for mushrooms too if you have a bowl or two with you.
Could this be an artificial mushroom field biome by chance?
You could say that, though we're naturally in a few other biomes, especially plains. Now then, we got one sight to see, and that's going to be the watchtowers we have on this wing. As you can see by the banners and their designs, they're pointing either up or down the watchtower. So, who wants to go up and give it a test?
I will. Wow, this watchtower is nice. Look, I can even see the minecart rails from here. Where we first entered, too, we can see that too. Oh, right, I see. Now then I must go down the tower. Wow, that was some experience. Though I do need to ask, who thought putting water over in place of climbing with a ladder would be a good idea?
Some of the engineers did. Though the intention of that was to boost the speed and efficiency of ascending and descending in a way where it gets faster than climbing up a ladder.
Oh, I see now. Hit hit.
Now that I showed you the rooms, in the first 3 floors, there's one final floor we need to cover.
Alright.
The basement.
Ooh.
Now that we're here, on that floor, allow me to show you what we call the room with a swimming pool and a slime trampoline.
Nice. Oh boy.
Are you serious?
Here comes the fall. Oh my god.
Slime trampoline? Swimming pool?
Blah, slime, so delightfully gooey like
boy.
chocolate.
The fuck? Are you a sus nurse or something?
Oh no.
I kid, though I still find it fun, especially to
boy.
bounce with.
What the fuck do some people think they are, when they use that as a certain combo? Fall Guys?
Oh boy.
On a serious note, though, how the fuck are people supposed to get back up on ground, when they're stuck on the slime trampoline? Here's how that can be done. Cannon
Oh, broke eliminated. Oh
Yes,
my god.
just yes. I wanna do that again all day. Did you
Oh
just
God.
become a fall guy too? You're
Oh
not an
God.
intellectual. You're a fake and a fraud.
Oh boy. Oh god. I wonder if this was Ed's idea.
Wow, you
Yeah,
did
I
this
know he
to
likes
me.
to play Fall
You're
Guys.
welcome.
How in the whole wide world is this possible?
Fall Guys logic.
What just happened?
Wow.
Never mind. 2 things I was gonna say. 1, this is supposed to be an equivalent of a real trampoline. And 2, you can use some of the blocks as stairs to get yourself out of it. As for the pool, there are minimal issues with that. If any slime gets in the pool, the chemicals there are used for disintegrating that slime.
Yeah, whatever you say there. Because yeah, thanks for bringing me Fall Guys vibes with that shit.
I don't even know what that game is, lol. But seriously, we gotta continue on with the tour. Here we have a few production studios, but there are not as many here as there are for the Emerald Wing. Take a look at some of those few if you want.
Ooh, interesting.
Are one of those studios supposed to contain my favorite color? If so, what does that mean exactly?
There are studios dedicated to some, and Mike, you're one of them. So is Scotty.
You mean we have our own studios?
If you want to do some content of your own, that is.
We're each gonna need to think about this. But for now, we should worry about the rest of the tour.
Very well. While you take your time to think about all that, I would like to show you now.
Alright.
The laboratory. A select few scientists have chosen to use this lab to run some experiments, where the results are quite appealing. One royal scientist has yet to be appointed by pixel art, though.
Didn't he once have one, though?
Yeah, but the one he had moved on to other things already. But tangible results will be determined soon enough. Anyways, on to the room next to this one, the ceremony hall. This one in particular is a good example for when there are ceremonies and other occasions happening throughout the country. It's self-explanatory enough as is, you would know that from attending a church or anything like that.
Interesting.
Next up, we got now. A secret storage room. This is no ordinary storage room at all, no siree Bob. This is one where we store weapons and gadgets, for emergency use under dire circumstances. None of us here are crazy enough to use them normally, because if we did, it would be pointless to name it as such and those weapons would have wasted potential.
No shit, it's emergency weapons for a reason. Question is, what types of emergency weapons are currently stored here?
Cannons, bombs, arc pulse generators, ion beacons, there are plenty of things you would use. But the catch is, you would need to build some of those weapons from the parts contained, which is about half of the stuff contained inside these chests. The other half actually contains pre-built weapons.
That's a compromise. I could see why anything could be feasible in some cases. In this one, however, I could settle for a pre-built emergency weapon or something.
As a fan of Tears of the Kingdom, I'd rather build a weapon of my own, and get enjoyment out of the perks I would give it, than keep it in case of an actual emergency. I do think the building aspect is cool, but I'm siding with Bruce. I prefer having a tool and not needing it rather than the inverse, especially in an emergency situation.
I'm kinda indifferent on whichever side there is, since I'm not an experienced weapons person myself.
Well, at least we have options for people with either preference, even though this is a world where building is essential. Anyway, before it turns into a heated debate, I would like to take us over to one last room, which we saved for last.
Alright. Sorry, I was just thinking about how tomorrow's gonna go. Well, it's personal, so I'm not gonna explain it.
This is the artifact room. It consists of the most sacred treasures of all time, and it even crosses over with the Emerald Wing underneath the courtyard. Not only that, it has security measures so that no intruders can get in.
Damn. Who knew that it would show both bark and bite at the same time? That's one room I can agree with among others.
Yeah, I like it too. The engineers have outdone themselves there, making sure that no one would steal any treasure. But anyways, now ends this tour with a gold wing.
Ooh!
We should regroup with the others right now.
Aren't the other people already done with their tours, though?
Yeah, I would assume so considering the time it's taken for us to start ours.
Either way though, let's get back to the main part of the castle, at the foyer.
Oh, the music!
Hello guys, we are back from our part of the tour.
Hello, Mike. Hello, everyone else. Welcome back from the tour. So, before we let you explore what this has to offer as of late, I'm going to issue a group dinner at the semi-halls. I hope you enjoyed the contents of what we have right now.
While we get the dinner started, we'll tell each other about our experiences with the tour and what we've seen. That intrigues us so much.
Yeah. So, anyways, let's talk amongst ourselves while some dinner is cooking, shall we?
Sounds good to me. Let's do it.
Alright.
Guys are.
Ooh.
Hold on a minute, let me get this straight. The town outside the castle is called Torsarton.
Yup. And out of all the rooms on the Emerald Wing, there are mob looting rooms, gaming rooms, and others for other resources, especially trees.
And there are amethysts in the secret part of the castle, alongside ancient debris and copper and all those other parts. And there's a magic chamber too.
I know there's already an armory on the 3rd floor, but the other subtle additions I should have been there for.
And someone ended up putting a slime trampoline and swimming pool combo, and both Mikes fell in like in one of those video games.
In all seriousness, though, let me check the dinner and see what progress it's at.
No need, Your Majesty. The food for everyone here is done after some minutes. Come help yourselves, folks.
Whoa, let's eat.
Oh yes, I'm absolutely famished enough for one of those meals.
Already?
Yeah.
It's only been about 15 minutes. But I'm not complaining. And is that a bologna sandwich or two I see?
Ooh.
Scrumptious.
Ooh.
Irresistible. Nom 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 nom. Yum yum yum. That was freaking delicious.
And I see a cheeseburger. Yes, all that touring and in-depth discussion finally paid off. Now I get some good treats and feast for once.
Of course you would, Tom.
You can never go wrong with a big steak, right guys?
Not at all. I've always liked chicken a bit more though, and there's lots of it at the kitchen. Want some?
Sure. Thanks, Amber.
This place is great so far.
Yeah.
For first day, this has been amazing and I can't wait to go out and do more. You and me both.
I have Doritos and glowberries right here with me. So how do you like them apples? Ha ha ha.
I got tacos and highway cookies. You had? Not for me, because I got the
Don't forget pizza. Don't leave any of that out.
The joke is on all of you.
Oh god! Of course he would have chicken. Oh boy.
I have chicken strips!
Yes!
Oops.
Oh brother, I can tell where this one's gonna go.
Oh god.
Am I right? Pretty much, yes.
Funky chicken strips.
Aha! Aha! Give me that.
I'd take the chicken strips. He ain't gonna stop me.
Anyways, let's all start eating right now and then explore everything until the day is done.
Bacon, bacon, I smell bacon. The bacon is here. Bacon, 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 bacon.
Yeah.
Two, bacon.
Pix and his obsession for chicken strips. Sorry, no offense to you, buddy.
Oh no.
But you know what? Fine. Let him eat his bacon and then we get him out of the picture. Diplomatically, I mean. Nom 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 nom.
Well, while those guys are having their fun, I'm gonna get myself a hamburger. Box burger setto. and potato, and the Coke, and ooh, chicken nuggets.
Okay.
I expected at least one of those references out of him.
Oh God, Elijah.
Mmm.
Oh boy. Bye.
Burger.
Nice.
Oi, give us the burgers.
You can never go wrong with a good old-fashioned hamburger.
These are delicious. Burgers are always a favorite of mine.
I prefer the cheeseburgers, but I digress. Nonetheless,
Yeah.
it feels good to eat after a long tour of this amazing castle.
You said it. Anyways, I really liked this castle tour. It had a bunch of cool stuff.
Yeah, you could say that again. I'll tell Tiggy and Starla more about it later, but it's a really awesome castle and Parsarkton is super fancy.
Yeah,
It's a shame they missed out on most of the tour with their timing. They would have really liked Parsarkton.
It's fine. We were tired from making all of that concrete. It's better than using my powers to do it, though.
Perhaps you two can get a glimpse of what it has to offer, when the time is right.
Not to interrupt or anything, but does anyone know where Samurai is?
Oh, he's asleep in his room. He told me he was exhausted from the tour and he needed to rest.
Yeah. So anyways, let's get eating on the rest of those snacks and then explore freely before we're done.
You said it there. Now I'll just need to get some of my sweets ready to eat alongside the rest of the food I have with me.
I absolutely shall snack on some chicken, even with June June. Isn't that right, sweetie pie?
Yes,
Yes. Quit making me blush.
What's
Oh my God.
Are you two fucking filming us right now?
Oh no, there goes the reference. Oh no. Are you two fucking filming us right now? I did not expect that. Oh God damn.
God damn it, you sick fucks.
Not again.
Damn.
Give me that camera now.
You'll never take me alive.
Oh no. Wow. What a show that was. Wow. Oh God. Oh God. That last one was so hilarious. Oh God damn. Anywho, thank you guys for watching this reaction video, and I'll see you guys in the next video. With that said, this is Smash signing off. Peace out.